Alright, let's turn the music down a touch. Cool. Alright, let's see. That. P and J. And here is our wonderful AO. Been a while for the spectator interface since Friday, and otherwise this will be the operation, and we have the delay going. Alright, everything is good. What's up, guys? Woo here. We have a really interesting OFCRA PvP operation today. It's between 4 separate groups of infantry, but it's a 2v2, if that makes any sense. So on Blue Fort, we have police and DEA agents fighting against OFCRA and cartel agents. And it's a bit of a VIP escort mission today. Also, we'll be able to locally hear them until I mute myself when people start dying, so hopefully nothing too crazy will happen. But otherwise, I have to be a little quick because I started this a bit late. I didn't realize they pushed into the mission, and it didn't auto-push me with them as well. But both sides, as a neutral objective, are fighting for control of this monastery area. The OPFOR VIPs have to get here and stay here for the rest of the mission without being killed off in order for OPFOR to score points. But Blue Fort can kill those VIPs or take control of the monastery to score points for this operation today. But the monastery itself, for whoever controls it by the end of the mission in this orange area, OPFOR or Blue Fort will score 2 points. Now, the cartel and the paramilitary both have an officer with them in their own right here. So for the paramilitary force, which was just further up on the docket, we have Flip for Flap acting as the colonel for the PMCs. His life is worth 2 points, so if he holds out in the monastery till the end of the round, OPFOR scores 2 points. But if he is eliminated, then Blue Fort will score 2 points. The other officer is Mancho. I hope I am saying that right, but he is going to be the cartel's officer here if he is brought to the monastery. OPFOR will score 2 points as long as he is alive till the end of the round, and if he is taken out by Blue Fort, then Blue Fort will score 2 points. There is also some radio equipment up for grabs over in this area. If this antenna is kept intact by the end of the round, Blue Fort will score 2 points, and if it is destroyed by OPFOR, then OPFOR will score 2 points. So it's going to be a race to basically get to that center area to see who can get those free points. But the DEA forces get helicopters to go in, so they'll be able to get into the AO first. But these Blackhawks are not armed. Now, finally, there is also the supremacy bonus, which means that if Blue Fort were to lose all but 5 people or less, OPFOR would score 5 points, and if OPFOR loses all but 5 people or less, then Blue Fort scores both points. That total is by both of the sub-factions at play here. So both paramilitary and cartel, and both police and the DEA agents. So otherwise, we already looked at the DEA. They've got 3 Blackhawks unarmed for quick transport. The police have some simple patrol cars here, some from Livonia. This is from RHS.
A little bit of role play today.
And we've got shotguns, marksmen, and MP5s, and those look like vanilla 416s. Paramilitary, meanwhile, they have some Humvees and some transport as well, but nothing armed. Some French there as well. And then the cartel has... I did notice that Dishka Hilux there, so that is going to be for shooting at the helicopters and taking out any vehicles if they need it. Otherwise, it's a nice mix of what I'm seeing is mainly 5.56 based rifles. So pretty even, but we'll see some interesting weapons on all sides and try to see how this plays out. Also, this map is pretty cool. It's a newer map I've seen on the workshop, but it looks like it's actually a 20 by 20. With some nice rivers going through it. So I might use this in some future operations and even campaigns. And unfortunately, at the start, we just had a few people get kicked off. That is unfortunate, though I believe there are going to be some join in progress slots for them to hopefully get back, because that always seems to happen. Otherwise, we have the cartel already breaking off to go, and we have paramilitary also going to the monastery. Helicopters are starting to take off for the DEA. I love this glitch because they don't spool up until you actually go over there to render them spooling up, so you get a few seconds of it looking really interesting as they just levitate through the sky. And of course, the police forces are also being really quick. They have to drive through a few bridges here to get into the AO. So how I expect this to play out is DEA is going to be able to get on the communication antenna area, set up a good defensive line here to prevent OPFOR from coming in. It's just as OPFOR is coming in with both the paramilitary and cartel forces, the police are going to be able to hopefully get behind one of OPFOR's flanks and do some significant damage. Though I could also see the paramilitary force setting up a choke point on this bridge to help deny the police force from coming in. But we'll just have to see how things go. It looks like some of them are testing the sirens, switching out how they want to do their units. But I don't know if it's against the rules for the DEA to have the helicopters pick up the members of those vehicles and send in, but we're already seeing the paramilitary force getting really close to that monastery and communications antenna area, and the helicopters are still a little ways away. I could be wrong about the antenna too, but I could have sworn it said... Here, real quick, I'm going to tab out and just look at this real quick, just to verify that it is... Okay, no, OPFOR has to protect the communications antenna. My bad. So Blue 4 is trying to det the antenna. Did I set that up right? And protect... Yeah, I set that up wrong. Radio. Trying to destroy. About to say, because it's, like, OPFOR is going to probably get there before Blue 4, so that was me screwing up on that roster there. So, quick update on that mission command, but otherwise, DEA forces are coming into the AO as well. You've got OPFOR getting forces into the AO. Flip for Flap is going to find a building to try to lay low. And the helicopters are coming in to do a pretty tough landing here. You got the HQ for the cartel driving really close by, but Blue 4 is going to quickly get boots on the ground here through the DEA to try to attack this AO. I'll be curious to see if they lift the helicopters off. It looks like they are. And Blue 4 is just going to come into here early and try to do an early hit. Meanwhile, the police forces have all driven up to this airfield. I think because the helicopters are going to go pick them up and bring them into the AO as well as backup. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's go ahead and start looking at some of the DEA's equipment here. I am basically seeing...
Ah ouais, il va pas trop décoller.
C'est qui lui? Ah ouais, mais attends, mais c'est horrible parce que le FGB il fait comment maintenant?
5.56 rifles, designated marksman rifles. Good, that was, I think, a bolt action. Few people got hurt, it looks like, because they landed. That tree is dangerously close to the helicopter there. I think they might try to intentionally ground it. But you got the other helicopter flying off. It took some fire, I believe, from the Dishka hillocks here. Yep. So, here it is. It's firing from quite a range. Those bullets are very unlikely to hit. But I wonder... I think they're just going to leave the helicopter there. But it was a bit of a rough landing. You are seeing some people wounded. Meanwhile, you have OPFOR. Brewer with an SVDS there. And the paramilitary has 545 AKs. So a little bit of OPFOR balance there. Some of these guys also are pretty well armored here. Got some nice camo schemes going with them. And then the cartel, I saw had like M21. I think their M21s, they look kind of like AKs, but they're made by a different country. Anyway, chat, how are you all doing? This is a pretty cool like Narcos op, you know? I've always wanted to do like a mini campaign with this style. I just couldn't find any good cartel-esque maps, but again, this is a newer map, and I'd love to, you know, make a mini campaign for it one day. Otherwise, you got DEA agents lining up here. I'm hearing some gunshots over here as well. And the technical is going to come under a lot of pressure here as it comes right up to some Blue 4 infantry. That gunner's heavily exposed, and Blue 4 starts opening up. Okay, hold up. We just had some nasty desync there. And that desync, I think, just caused the technical to be taken out. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself because you just heard the gasp of one of the OPFOR players who got hit there. But Blue 4 now potentially has a vehicle they can steal because they, I believe, eliminated 3 people in this vehicle. Yep. That's a great start by the DEA side, and now you're having the other squad starting to contend with some OPFOR forces on the outside here. So OPFOR have a primary defense in the monastery and a really small defense in the communications antenna area, but they've also got a good chunk of forces along other spots here. I think they're still trying to field in some guys as they... I don't know what the point of this 3-man group is over here. I guess some sort of overwatch element for this airfield. And we also have 3 guys that have been deployed here. Actually, 4. With the intent of watching this bridge for when the police show up. But unbeknownst to them, Blue 4 is mounting everyone in the helicopter to bring in the remaining police forces into this AO, which is a pretty smart call. So it looks like Blue 4 opted to destroy the technical. That or it got armored on something. But already looking, you got the 3 bodies here. At least I thought. Nope, the bodies of the technical are over here. So that's another vehicle that got destroyed. That was the other, that was the transport hillocks they were using. So OPFOR taking a big chunk of casualties already, and Blue 4 hasn't lost a single man yet. So it's not looking good for OPFOR here. However, if this force continues to come in, they could find themselves quickly cut off from some of the additional forces OPFOR could send in, because this other half of the pincer attack by Blue 4 is a little far off here. By the way, after this stream, I'm going to let the 5 minutes elapse, then restart the stream with no delay, and we'll look into more of the pay-for-pain file stuff. But otherwise... yeah, so G36Ks here. That's a VZ, that's a Croatian or Czech rifle, I forget. And I know there was some M21s as well, so basically the cartel has a big mix of... random 5.56 based weapons here, but it's mostly 5.56 and some 5.45, but it's your standard PvP caliber from what I've noticed. We have Garrett trying to move up with a shotgun, and he gets picked off after actually getting a kill here. He wakes up though and gets knocked out again, but he was also being shot by someone in this tall tower here. That was kind of interesting. But more Blue Force members are going to come to follow, and this monastery is going to come under heavy attack. Meanwhile, Blue 4 has managed to fit everyone in that helicopter, and they're landing to the south there. And that is going to open up potentially a 3rd attack wave coming from the south as Blue 4 puts pressure from the west and the east. Though it looks like this pincer has broken off to potentially maneuver guys around to here, but This is a lot of open area. I wouldn't recommend something like that. Maybe they're going to try to get on that building and do some long-range shots, but that's a lot of forces to commit to an open area, which can turn into a kill zone, so I'm not sure that's going to be the best call. Meanwhile, more of Blue 4 coming around. We have more of the OPFOR members that were on this ridge are getting picked off, and it's just up to these two guys now. By the way, Ace updated, and now you can't check someone's, if you get an inventory symbol on a body now, players that are unconscious will also give you inventory symbols. So now there's no easy tell without checking someone's pulse if they're even alive or not. So I'm curious to see how that'll affect the PvP community. Alright, how's the roster looking? So we have a full page of OPFOR here, but we have some skulls on it. And Blue 4, we also have Mr. Dave that's gone down, but so far no skulls officially. So Blue 4 is enjoying a little bit of a unit advantage right now, but with how broken apart Blue 4 is right now, the advantage is a little moot. So OPFOR haven't realized that the police forces have gotten to the AO yet, so they're still trying to set up that little ambush there. We also have another force of OPFOR of 4 guys to try and potentially get behind Blue 4 here, but I think Blue 4 has these guys set up as a buffer unit for now, for any other OPFOR forces that might come in. So the question's going to become, does OPFOR have enough manpower to hold this position? I think the answer is going to be yes, though. At least until Blue 4 tightens the noose around here. But Blee just got picked off by Shadow Stalker. It's a really good angle there. But we have NASA and Shay coming around. Luffy looks like he woke back up and he is trying to engage. But he takes a headshot by NASA. Good shot. And yes, chat is delayed by 5 minutes. That is a standard for every OFCRA operation. So Zixme has stayed back here. He is just covering the rear of this Blue 4 group of 6EME guys. I think they're going to try to garrison this building and see if they can get any pick-off, but do any of them even have a marksman rifle to do that? I'm not seeing a long-range rifle in this group, so I guess they're just covering the flank, but a little bit of a waste of manpower if you ask me, because now this Blue 4 group is getting even more divided here. Sure, they've been taking out some of the OPFOR guys on the outskirts and trying to push in, but this other 4-man group's coming in. And this 4-man line has been able to stop this Blue 4 advance here. And we're starting to see casualties mounting up. Adam got picked off. Goatland for 2 new Blue 4 deaths. We got Fact of the House Logic unconscious here. He switched his name to Log from Logic. Now, Jim is trying to do some medical on Blee, but I am worried to see what these 4 OPFOR guys from TRD are going to be able to do. Now, OPFOR still has those guys at the checkpoint they can pull back if they realize the police forces are in play. But I'm also curious, Rigel is still in a helicopter just outside of the AO to the south. I think he's going to chill at base. Looks like he's going to pick up Carl and Pogo, who either took JIP slots or they just stayed back at base for whatever reason. See enemy game freezes big sad. Yeah, Goatland, I saw that. That was unfortunate, man. There were a few little desync spikes here and there in the opening minutes, so I can understand that. Shadow Stalker getting picked off as he tries to pull away by Bluck. Bluck, I think, also trying to hit, I'm going to call him Cub, because I'm not going to be able to pronounce that entire word. Cub now trying to find a way out of here. as Bluck slowly encroaches in, but we have these 4 OPFOR guys. They've decided to come up to where the smoke grenade is to try to catch Bluck, NASA, and Shay out of position. And Blue 4 trying to find a way to climb up here. Parthius might be able to breach in here. He has the Blue 4 RHS shotgun. If not, he can at least boost people up over this fence here, but he's going to need backup. Bandito is cable tied? For whatever reason, I guess he's AFK. That's an interesting choice. But Blue 4, they still have the massive police force to the south, but they're kind of holding. Otherwise, Blue 4 on all other flanks, minus the 1 attack wave of the DEA, is they're just holding, or they pulled back for now. Now you've got people in this tower firing at a long range at the 6 EME guys. And I don't know how the 6 EME guys can really retaliate, because they don't really... Okay, they do have a marksman. I just missed him. Alexo. Could potentially try to pick people off, but that is... It's at least 600 meters, and we have the OPFOR guys folding in, because they don't think that Blue 4 is going to come that route, because they haven't come down in that direction yet. So potentially, this 5-man OPFOR group... I knew it was logic. Yeah, it was just cut off on the name right there. They could potentially dismount somewhere early on over here and breach and eliminate 6 EME. But I feel like Blue 4 had a great strategy, but didn't follow through, and now they're getting broken up enough for OPFOR to potentially pick people off. There's the R21. Is it an R21 or an M21? I'm never going to be able to remember that. Alright. Well, we got Royd running around on the sidewall there. Jim and Parthius could find a way to breach 2 people in. Bandito looks like he got freed, so he's going to move up to him. And now you have some Blue 4 forces trying to put shots in this tower. But OPFOR is quickly getting their heads down and shutting the doors. Shadow Strike is going to try to come up the main entrance, and you got OPFOR. They've done their best to barricade this monastery to the best of their ability. You just have this massive line of police units that are going to come down. Looks like they spotted Zicky, and that was potentially Callie picking them off from range. Zicky might wake back up after that, though. And Shadow, as he was trying to get up here, was shot at potentially by Bluck. Or further back by the 6 EME guys. But yes, you do have the OPFOR guys. They dismounted about 400 meters away. And they're now going to move in and try to take that one position. And now you have this helicopter coming in. It's dropping people off via parachutes. So there's Carl Connor going. And we have the other another helicopter being taken by Rigel. Now you got NASA and Shay running up the main entrance. And OPFOR doesn't really have anyone covering except one guy. That's Cublock. And I think these are some long-range GLs by OPFOR trying to hit Bluck. Both HVIs are still alive. They're at the base of the tower, holding that one building where they brought a medical box. And Royd Camper has breached up. And he, I think, just took somebody out, but I can't tell. And you got Bandito trying to find a way to climb up the wall here, too. Yeah, so Royd is on a kill. But just with the sheer amount of OPFOR forces we have left compared to Blue 4, I think this is going to be an early stomp out. Because we have an entire squad nearly wiped, and Blue 4, they have taken a few casualties, but they still have a full plate of units here. I will say, though, again, this is a really cool concept. I'd love to see more. So Bluck is popping a smoke in this building. He might try to adjust, and I think helicopters are now trying to do some long-range reconnaissance around this area. So Bandito has found a place where he can climb up some ladders and get close by. You have Tackle engaging from afar, and I think he just picked off, it wasn't Royd Camper, it was another guy that was climbing over here. It was Parthius, the guy with the shotgun. And then he's next to the guy that Royd picked off, but now he's gonna breach into Tackle's building. He's going slow, so people can't hear his footsteps, but that magazine reload might give him away. No, it doesn't. He spots Tackle and drops him. I cannot believe Tackle did not hear that 5.56 mag slide in and out of that gun. Or I guess technically out and in. You have some shots that get pushed down. Not sure if those were on Jim. I don't think from that angle. NASA and Shay, meanwhile, breaching over to the main area. Bandito running around. I cannot tell what Jonathan's shooting at. He's shooting out something over here. It might be friendlies. Got NASA and Shay coming up and exchanging fire with Prophet, who just went down, and Rick Hunt's over here. Shay gets taken out potentially by Fleech. And Bluck getting hit by Rizbo there, and both of these guys get knocked unconscious. GL's coming up on Jonathan's tower. But nothing much done there. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw these Op 4 guys push into the main compound, because the main compound here with those VIPs is worth a lot more points. And Blue 4, Royd almost killing Jim. Looks like they both hit each other. Royd's crippled and Jim is bandaging. Yeah, so they almost killed each other there. You have Jonathan, I think, trying to get a pick-off from the tower. And NASA returning fire. I have no idea what angle he just got shot from. Potentially by Rick, because we see that window's blown out. So Blue 4 are getting separated here, and now they're starting to get picked apart. Fleesh gets a headshot on Bandito. I think he baited Bandito to come through there with his gunshots and footsteps. So now it's just up to Royd and Jim to try to get some early kills on the VIPs here, but it's looking more and more unlikely. It is the M21. Ah, man, I keep forgetting. Otherwise, you got a police force right here popping a bunch of smokes. You got some remaining DEA guys out here. Nubas is with them. He's a guy I always talk with before the round begins. Op 4, it looks like, who was with this group? I think, Callie? No, Zicky. That's it. Yeah, he got picked off and bled out, unfortunately. And I don't know what this police force is doing. Meanwhile, the Op 4 Papa Force, which I believe are the PMCs, they are coming in to clear out where 6EME was, but they've pulled away. I think they're going to potentially try to go for the tower position. Looking back, though, Royd has been taken out. And it's just up to Jim. And that will conclude this one flank that's attacked. And then Blue 4 is going to have to get through 3 guys who have been holding the previous force from pushing through. But Blue 4 certainly has the numbers advantage. So now it's kind of balancing back into an equilibrium here. But I am still curious to see what Jim's going to try to get away with. I don't know. So again, these 3 guys are going to be able to hold this entire battle line. We're seeing some gunshots go. Someone's having a bit of Snake Doctors desyncing all over the dang place here. And we just had a Massacre get knocked unconscious. How's this police force doing? Still okay for the most part. I don't see any KIAs. So I think Jim's just going to take his sweet time here. The rest of the Blue 4 guys are bleeding out. Shay's still unconscious, but he's probably going to get killed off here soon. Massacre wakes back up. Quintix doing his best to help hold the line. Manages to get a knockoff on Benares. But with a map like this, it's going to be really difficult to play for time because we're only about 30 minutes. We're actually 25 minutes in out of the hour and a half to 2 hours this round's going to take.
How time flies.
Yeah, Monadic, thanks for the 45-month resub, my man. You're right. It is getting close to... It'll be 4 years and 3 months, man. Hot damn. Thank you so much for everything, though. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you're getting a kick out of this. Massacre getting knocked out again. Got some good angles here, but... I don't know if it's going to be enough. You got Brewer back here with the SVDS. But he does not have the best angles from behind this rock. I can get why he wants to take it, though, but Blue 4 is going to have to get a little bit closer for him to get some good shots here. Quintex is pulling back. And Blue 4's towing... Did they just try to tow a truck with the... That is one of the most creative things I've ever seen someone do in PvP. It didn't work because the truck bounced, but that was very creative. And they're going to have time to go do it again. At this point, these guys are going to realize that that's something Blue 4 can do, and I think they're just going to fold into the garrison, which is going to make the monastery tougher to defend, but damn, that was creative. I like that. That was cool. Meanwhile, Jim's breaching around, might run into Fleech here. Wait. Don't tell me the frickin'... There was a mole? What? What? But... I'm confused. Okay. So the DEA will do police car bombings and that happens. And I think Rick almost just killed Fleech there, but you got the 6 EME guys folding back over to where OFCRA is charging guys by. I've got a cider in my hand and I'm just gonna keep drinking. So Blake is potentially watching these OFCRA guys running by. I'm just confused, in all honesty. So Blue 4 breaching back into here. McKinney might get spotted. Now you're seeing OFCRA shooting up at the helicopters. Otherwise, Massacre still bleeding out. Might have put tourniquets on himself so he'd bleed out slower. Shay is still unconscious. I don't know what to say at this point. McKinney running off.
And everyone else, how's it going? I'm on 13 months, blah.
And 6 EME. I don't think actually spotted McKinney run off. Otherwise, I think we'd see a gun trained on him. Maybe Blake will see something? Here, let's click on Blake and look through his angle. He might see them running off in the distance there, but unlikely. Him and Kill, thanks so much for the 13-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you're getting a kick out of this little PvP commentary. And I hope you're staying safe from COVID. Otherwise, Blue 4 is continuing their advance. Brewer just took a shot on somebody. He is up a kill, though. And at this point, Blue 4 is just taking this super slow. Put some more shots. I think might have gotten a hit on Gurf there. He's German, so I have no idea how to pronounce that. And now, based off of the skirmishes that have happened, I think it's still anyone's game. Blue 4 tried to do a tower demo, it just wasn't effective. And I'm wondering if one of these Vics are going to pull back and try it again. So Blue 4 seems adamant about advancing on this position. They're not going to try to maneuver anything around. They just want to do a unified battle line here by sending 2 guys ahead, which seems like a silly idea. But I think they're trying to have their helicopter recon things out as well. And they got a second helicopter coming in as well. So yeah, 6EME is just taking this tower back. Alex has been running around. He's the marksman, though, so I don't know why he's not setting up here to... I don't get it. The more I think about it, the more confused I get. So you have more smoke grenades being popped by these guys. And are they going to charge, or is the entire Blue 4 force going to try to charge this SVDS marksman? I guess the helicopters, they're flying over the enemy right now to try to form a distraction effort. And now they're gonna start to advance. Yep, looks like the entire force is gonna charge through the smoke here. At least they're trying to set up here. By the way, on the rules on the tower, they're not allowed to kamikaze vehicles, but I think that's a gray area if you can tow a vehicle into the tower and blow it up. So, I don't know. Also, Cub found Shay here. He has his handgun out, and he missed a shot point blank on him. The lid. The lid. I saw blood on that second round, though. And Rick is now shooting at his friend? And they're still shooting at the helicopters as they come up here, but Brewer is pulled back to a different rock. Quintix is going to hold this rock as well. Now Blue 4 is trying to advance his flank, and Quintex and Brewer are just trying to stall for time in a game that, honestly, you won't be able to stall for time. I'm sorry, is Snake Doctor firing up at... Yeah, no, he was firing up at Gurf there. Quintex firing back. He's on -1 kills, by the way. So who did he kill earlier? Yeah, they're still firing up at... What is going on? Literally, Blue 4 has vests on them that say police and DEA on them. Like, Blue 4 police are blue. I'm so confused. Callie now trying to get a pick off on Quintex there. Got some good hits and knocks him out. Nice. And Brewer, I don't see him anymore. I will assume he got killed off as well. No, he... Oh, gosh. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, no. Gets a pickoff kill. Dark Neo's the only one that reacts. Brewer picking off Gonzo. Callie now turning, realizing that's a hostile. Brewer does a quick reload as Callie pushes the position. Brewer's not going to check his left, though. Brewer goes prone, throws a quick grenade. Actually knocks Callie out and eliminates him as Dark Neo now knows something's up, but Brewer has done a really great job of securing multiple kills. He's crippled, though, and there's a shotgun burst by Weiss, we're going to call him that instead, and Dark Neo also mag dumps him and gets the kill, but that was a great flank to eliminate a few more Blue 4 here, and with every kill, it's looking a little lighter on this angle, and Op4 seems to have an even force now. Yeah, righto him, thanks for staying till you got your reaction. So back to this, they're not allowed to take each other's clothes. So, you know, he was literally dressed as a DEA agent. So let's go look at Fleech, who did that. Yeah, Fleech didn't take anything. This is what the paramilitary guys look like, because they have the AK-74s. So I don't know how that happened, and it hurts my brain too much to think about it. Yeah, sips cider and pretends that didn't happen. That's what I've been doing for the past 5 minutes. Just... I never mean to shit-talk anyone unless it's unless it's specific instances that I've seen in the past that are worthy of it, but some of the things you witness in Arma 3 are mind-boggling. So now 6 EME have gone from over there. So they came around, they garrisoned this building, they went over there, they came back, missed the force that was coming in, that was Papa, and now they're back here, and I think they're going to try to go hit that tower again. But I think they were pulled back because the helicopter was setting up that attack with the car bomb. All right, I'm going to do a quick head count here. We got a lot of people in the tower. Looks like they're doing a pep talk upstairs. But what is our head count here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9 people. 7 are expendable versus 4, 8, 13 with 1 unconscious, so 14. So Op4 really needs to pull Papa back and do defenses, but it looks like Papa's going to try to hold the front entrance on Overwatch duty instead. They have another SVDS. They've got some drum mags for an AK, so that's a 7.62 machine gun, technically. And they have 2 guys with 5.45. 1 with a GL, though. Actually, that might be an M21, right? No, that is a AK-74. 1 guy covering rear security, and again, that helicopter is flying wild weasel runs, and he has a +1 in there. So these guys might be able to get some more pickoffs, and then as Blue 4 is coming in, they might go down and help sandwich the rest of Blue 4's force in here. Blue 4 doing their best to advance. Now, one of the biggest weaknesses on the police force is I've been noticing there's been a lot of shotguns here. And they've got bolt-action rifles. Poxhound also has a -1. Now some of Op4 is pulling back. I would think, though, Op4 would be smart enough to know that those 2 points won't mean much if both the VIPs get taken out, because that's 4 points. So, like, this is the main objective. That's expendable. So I feel like Op4 should reconsolidate its forces and just do an all-out defense here. But I could be wrong. No, I'm not. Because, I mean, this is worth 6 points because 2 VIPs worth 4 points. The position itself worth 2 points. So, yeah, 6 points versus 2 points. This is just, like, extra. But Op4... I think is just confident that they can hold with that number then. Looks like you're seeing some pick-off on some members of 6 EME as well. You got 1 guy unconscious. They popped a smoke grenade. They're trying to do medical. Some other guys got hit. They're attempting to bandage. And it's just this Papa group turning and engaging because that smoke grenade's drawing their attention. Some OPFOR guys have pushed up. And you have another, this is an SVD guy. And a GL by Takira. Which lands about 50, 75 meters short, but still. They can keep walking it in. But this has pulled Papa's attention away to that distractionary force. So now these guys might be able to get into the compound. I think they just tried to ram the tower. And it didn't work. Again, I have to wonder why Blue4, the police and DEA are doing all of the really, like, you know, irregular tactics as a regular force, and the OPFOR guys are the ones that are doing all of the standard defense tactics. Because everyone knows in Colombia, the DEA and the police will, you know, use aerial car bombs, kamikaze attacks. I don't get it. I mean, the fact that we had a DEA guy that was quote-unquote dirty and he got, like, frickin' tied up like a loose end, I guess, was accurate, but it's confusing. So Papa Force is still putting some pick off over here. Looks like they are getting a few hits. I am seeing some blood splatter. Send in Goat Team 6 now. But the closer Papa gets, the worse their lines are going to be as they start getting on the lower ground. But same goes for Blue4 trying to turn. So Snake just had some shots go by him. Looks like nothing got hit there. But Nukes ZZ, thanks so much for the tier 1 sub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope this PvP commentary is to your liking, and I hope you're staying safe on COVID. Yeah, Falcon, hi from the future, which will become the past. Or I guess the present for you. And Snake got picked off by that SKS. Or excuse me, no, SVDS. The S at the end represents the skeletal stock at the rear of the gun. Ay, ay, ay. So for now, OPFOR's just been able to get some free Blue4 pickoffs, and you're having Blue4 now trying to find a way into this compound. They can't come up this ladder, it's unguarded. And you have Fleesh just rocking these little bell towers here. Oh, these are little shrine sites. Actually, it's pretty accurate for, because this is modeled off of a Greek building. I'd actually find them all the time in Greece. But with their one remaining helicopter, I gotta know if they're gonna try to do a kamikaze run again, or some weird thunder run. Well, Falcon, in the scope of things, if the main rifle caliber is 5.56 and 5.45, 7.62 and a 75-round drum would serve as your machine gun for the purposes of this operation. So Blue4 getting engaged again. I heard their marksman Foxhound try to open up on something, but I don't think he scored anything. But then again, let's look over here. So they're down to 3 guys. So who did they lose? Nope, it's actually 2 guys just ran further up. So we have another guy that's down. That is Lemur being worked on by Mr. Cool. And Blue4, they do still have 2 medics here, Ezio and Dark Neo. They gave the fucking shotgun guys HE rounds. Interesting. So Roland gets knocked out after popping a GL up there. He's got a vanilla 416. Some double taps being put on him as OPFOR is holding this tower. Now we have Professor Helmet trying to climb up the ladders in the same way. And Sky Online coming around. See, it's him and Skytech CEO. I kept getting their names confused. Ay. So Benares tries to go up to offer some medical assistance to Roland. He just gets picked off, though. And now you've got Professor Helmet still trying to come up. But Blue 4 is just getting picked off more and more. I think OPFOR is going to be able to clutch this victory. And I don't mean to sound like an ass, but I think Blue 4 gave it to him. Just the fact that Blue 4 had a mass encirclement ready, but then sent their forces one at a time into the AO, which divided their force, meaning that a smaller attacking force fought a bigger garrison. I mean, it's just defeat in detail, textbook edition, except instead of dividing the other force into small chunks and taking them out that way, the attacking force divided into small chunks for them and got taken out. I mean, I don't think it helps that Hippie and Novel are both dead. Novel's dead all the way over there. I think he killed himself or something. But without Blue 4's command element to coordinate, I guess, everything has just fallen apart. So now the question's going to become, can Blue 4 get some forces up here and start trying to breach in? We just had one guy get dropped right next to Mr. Cool. And 6 EME are taking some more fire. This is a hill, so no matter what angle they go on, they're going to get spotted and engaged because they went into a big open area here. I don't see how Blue 4 can bounce back because now you got this force collapsing and they're going to be able to hold the main entrance. OPFOR returning some more fire from the Spire. Blue 4 trying to put some shots up there as well. But OPFOR's been doing a really good job as soon as they take contact, they go prone and they shut some of the doors. They're opening some of these windows slightly. But if Blue 4 can get a good GL round into this tower, they can do a lot of damage. But OPFOR, again, has been doing a really good job of keeping these windows as open as they need to help prevent Blue 4 from getting a GL round in there and killing everyone. Now, Professor and Sky here could do some wild card plays, but Fleech can do some of his own. And Rick has also been helping defend against the Blue 4 pushes. But I think that because Blue 4 knows that they're you don't have to go up the main area, you can go out up some side areas instead. I think they're going to try to follow suit to avoid that tower. Righto, nukes. Hope you keep enjoying yourselves. I could still see that chopper picking up the 6 EME guys and redeploying them somewhere to follow in with this force. Because, again, if... It's not just Blue 4 in this scenario, but in any scenario, if the attacking faction just keeps dividing itself, it's gonna keep ending poorly for them. So these bells mean it's the top of the hour, and however many times the bells ring is the time of day. Got Rizbo now running around. Blue 4 is at the base of the wall trying to find an entrance. Got these guys climbing around. Fleesh might be able to hear them coming and relay information, though. 3 bells. 4 bells. 5 bells. 6 bells. 7 bells. 8 bells. So I think it's 8 a.m. based on the sun. Because some maps get bright as they can start seeing sunlight at like 4 a.m. Well, it depends on the map. Well, yeah, I mean, even though Blue 4 has been getting Doomsday rounds, hasn't really been doing them much good. And of course, they're starting to mount up and come around where Fleech is, and he's just waiting here for Blue 4 to come over to his side. GL round just went off close on the tower itself. Didn't score any KIAs, though. Ref gets taken out. Barrows comes in with his handgun and tries to take Fleech out. Fleech reloads his gun. Throws a grenade outside. And then Ezio jumps from the rooftop and wins the firefight. Foxhound went unconscious, potentially by that grenade. And now you have Op4 coming around and picking off some of the Blue 4 guys that are trying to climb in. Now some of the Blue 4 guys on the outside are just trying to find a different angle here, and it looks like they're able to boost each other off and come around right there. So Sky Online and Helmet here are on the side. Op4 is running out of wiggle room here, but with these reinforcements coming in, they might be able to pinch off Blue 4, who might instead opt to keep bandaging their guys and potentially get encircled. GL's coming around back here. Yeah, these Blue 4 guys are going to stay put at this point. Nubash trying to find some angles here, see where Op4 is setting up some defenses. And you have Op4 here with these black guys. I've noticed that they've always been around the VIPs, so they're just going to hold the doorway here. And then the VIPs themselves are right here. So one of them was given a mini-me. And the other one, who I hear climbing up here, has some sort of AK platform, M16 platform. I think that's, could be a 416. Hard to tell when half of it's literally in him. But he's got his handgun, he's looking around outside. Now you got the 6 EME guys that have pulled back. They're trying to pick off some of the guys outbound. And the other helicopter has gone over at Pogo, landing at the airfield. I guess just standing by. So Lemur still trying to find his way over here. But he has Op4 right around him, but I don't think they're gonna check up and see him. Maybe McKinney is. Oh god, Lemur. Literally jumping around like a lemur. Yeah, McKinney doesn't know to look up. I think Lemur's enhanced movement is broken because he's trying to vault around, but he's not able to. So Foxhound, did he bleed out? Yes, he did. They do have Dark Neko here and Ezio as medics. And Lemur is struggling to vault in, and good thing he's done that because Op4 is now looking up. But I think Op4 hears the medical being done, and they might try to throw some grenades up there. So McHill is coming up as well. But a few well-placed grenades could pretty much get rid of this flank. Hey, Platts, how you doing? Oh, Blue 4 has to hear those footsteps coming in. You can hear them, but it's only going to be the trained ear that detects them. So some shots going out by Rizbo on the other group is going to distract this Blue 4 element from hearing those footsteps. Lemur is about to get Hillary Clinton. Yep, and as he turns around, he gets taken out. And Op4, what the... Snakes is up here, doesn't see Dark Neko. Dark Neko's prone. And none of the Blue 4 guys have noticed. What? What was that? Grenade being thrown far. Rizbo's in the building over here. He doesn't take notice. What the heck is going on with the Blue 4 force today? Rizbo putting some shots across the way. I think he's trying to engage Professor Helmet there. Barrick comes out thinking it's safe, only to get shot in the back of the head. And Gonzo, he's screwed at this point. I don't understand how they did not hear the footsteps right above their head. They just assumed it was okay. But if you're in this back room and you know your friendlies are ahead of you, but you hear footsteps behind you, you know you're in trouble. Or even above you, you know you're in trouble. So Op4 has wrestled Blue 4's number advantage away from them. You're seeing some double taps being given. Bodies are being flown in front of Gonzo. Looks like one of the DEA agents tried to come up and breach. Rizbo might have taken him out. Now the question is Op4 going to be smart enough to know there might be a guy in there and take him out? Because there's Fleech's body. But what has this become? And now they're climbing onto the rooftop. So Op4 could just completely circumvent going down this route and risking casualties. They could come up here and throw grenades in and bounce them around, or they could spot Gonzo's body parts here and go for some leg shots. So yeah, if Hovey were to turn around, that's exactly what he's doing. He might spot Gonzo. And Gonzo's now looking up, trying to see what those footsteps are. Hovey sees him. He goes for a grenade throw instead. That hurt Gonzo, and now some shots going into Gonzo from Hovey, and there goes Gonzo. GL even going in there as well. Grenades being thrown around. I hear the helicopter in the distance. The 6 EME guys are still ways away. About a click out to the north, just caught in an open field. They're not going to be able to do any maneuvering. I've already mentioned that, though. So Blue 4 is down to 3 guys here. Mr. Cruel, Sky Online, and Professor Helmet. Against... let's do a quick head count. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Op4 players. 11 of them expendable. Make that 2 Blue 4 guys left. Mr. Cool trying to come out the back door, and he gets annihilated by the Op4 force that's come around. Professor Helmet getting picked off by Rizbo, and Rick managing to win his fight with Sky Online. At the very least, now you can see if the body still has physics by moving it with your feet, or if it jerks around like what you just saw, then you know he's still alive. So I think Rick is going to bandage himself, hoping that Sky Online doesn't wake back up. But this is the end. This is it, you know? Blue 4 just committed defeat on detail in themselves by encircling the monastery, but only sending in single forces at a time. I think they did that because one force came in while the other force waited for the Blue 4 police force to come in to back them up. What they should have done, though, is this force should have gone for the communications antenna instead and tested to see if it was fortified. And then they should have, after getting all their force here, just encircled it from all sides and came in to at least overwhelm that position. But even then, like, that includes the attack that they originally did, but still, they were just hoping for something to overpower, and it just didn't work. So you hear 6 EME doing those distance shots. Pogo's landed back at the airfield. I'm waiting for Hunter to do the double tap. Oh, nope. Sky dies before it happens. That's it. We still have the 6 EME guys way off in the distance, but they're in an open field. There's no room for maneuvering. They're down to... Nope, they still have all their guys, actually. What, excuse me. What needs to be done... There's still a big chunk of time left, but the helicopter needs to pull back, pick them up, dismount somewhere back here, and then the pilot needs to move with them, and they just have to spearhead any position at this point. But they need to get out of that open area, because otherwise they're just going to be picked off and taken out. So... I don't know. Even if Blue 4 got the car bomb destruction on this tower and got the 2 points, there's no way they'd be able to take control of the monastery and kill the 2 VIPs. Because that action was independent of this other stuff happening. Let's give him a warm welcome. Why did Mad Wolf just get taken out? And now they're bandaging him. Ah, blue. There's always blue on blue, is there? Yeah. Chat, what do you think? I know it's a 5-minute delay, but I think this is pretty game, set, match at this point. Because we have 6 guys here, 1 Blue 4 pilot, so if Blue 4 loses 2 more guys, and Op 4 will also get the supremacy bonus and potentially a perfect score on this operation. But it definitely went from looking like Blue 4 was going to be able to overpower the AO to... yeah, Blue 4 clutch defeat from the jaws of victory, if you ask me. See, what would have been nasty, though, is if those shotguns with HE rounds identified that this tower was being used, and then dropped a bunch of HE rounds in the open windows, and just made that into, like, a enclosed kill box. I think that would have also been a very nasty thing for Blue 4 to do. Now we got Pogo flying over. He might try to pick him up. We'll have to see how things go. See, he doesn't want to risk landing close to the 6 EME guys. These guys need to maneuver, pop some smoke, and pull back. Now the question is that another car bomb, or is he dropping this vehicle close to Bravo so they can maneuver out of this open field? Because that's another strategy he could do. That would let 6 EME at least push through the open areas, get into a tree line close by, and get a better chance. But is there a marksman right here that can engage? Yes. Nope, that's R21, M21, whatever. I keep forgetting. So Blue 4's going to have room to take that vehicle and maneuver. I wonder if there's an explosive trap on that. Alright, let's see what they can do. They're going to probably do a maneuver around. If I were them, I'd want to dismount somewhere over here, follow these trees up, and then you could get on top of it. Or go around completely on the southern side and come in on an angle where I know Op 4 hasn't really been paying attention to, because by now Op 4 has to be stretched thin with all the contact they've taken. So knowing that their enemy is a bit understaffed, prioritize an angle where they haven't been in yet. Pre is paramilitary. That was the autocorrect screwing with me. I apologize. An anonymous gifter giving a Dodge Dakota a sub. Thank you. Hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you're getting a kick out of this scenario. But we have Tio hearing this Vic coming up. He's going to run up and try to mag dump it. Oh, this could be bad. Blue 4 dismounting. He starts engaging. Manages to get a knockout. And I believe a kill before getting taken out himself. So at least a 1-to-1 ratio right there, and his gunshots being heard. Blue 4 is going to start honing in on that position. Oh. Nakpena had no ammo in his magazine, or he had a weapon jam. He's going to stay here, potentially getting caught out in the open. I'm going to follow him, though. If that was a weapon jam, the reload animation would clear it. Let me clarify. There's a setting where reloading your gun fixes weapon jams, but it's not put on by default. But the weapon jam clear animation is also the same as the reload animation. These guys do have Alexo as a medic here. So they could get Blake back up. That's going to leave 2 people to do medical stuff. And that's letting Op4 pull their forces around to set up a defensive line. I don't see Blue 4 getting their foot in the door here. So Blue 4, for the record, Shadow, that's an LR backpack right there. And the helicopter comes built in with a radio. And you better believe they coordinated getting this truck over. So there is communication there. Now the question becomes, what is Op4 gonna do? We see some shots go out. That is, I'm gonna call him Lop. Vivis Kickslop. Let's go with that. He puts some shots out. Kicks the nest there. Nakpena coming around. Let's see if that he got that thing cleared in time. Nope, it's weapon jammed, and he doesn't know. Alexo comes around. Nak, no, it was a weapon jam, you silly goober. So Alexo gets a free kill. No. Remember, guys, control windows. Equipment, clear weapon jam. That's all you need to do. Poor guy. He had him, too. Whoa! Alex gets a nice quick scope on somebody. Alright, they got the 5th man back up. And now they're going to try to do a push. We do have 2 Op4 guys trying to come around. Viv and Alalon. Alalon only has his handgun out, though, as the medic. Not sure that's the... Well, I mean, it's the only gun he has, so why not? And then you got 2 other Op4 guys over here, I guess, waiting to see if there's another Blue 4 push. One of them does have... I believe they're using the R21 as a marksman rifle because he has a marksman scope on it. Some sort of DMS. Viv goes down. He's the guy with the rifle and a radio from the looks of it. Yep. So Blue 4, I stand corrected. They might actually be able to get this tower. But did they have any explosive charges to deal with it? So Thear here is up, I think, trying to see if this guy's still alive.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
He's going to get spotted, though, by Shadow when he comes in. No. No, 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 no. You have to see that. Yeah, plain as day. Yeah. Yeah. That's a dude. He's had a lag spike there, and he was actually able to crawl away. Shadow now pushing. And he gets shot to shit by Shadow. So I stand corrected. 6EME have been able to get their foot in the door because of some interesting errors by OPFOR. It's been a mix of good PvP and that one little hilarious weapon jam on the machine gun. Had that machine gun not been jammed and had been cleared, I think we'd see a different story, because without that, Alex would have been able to quickscope that guy, and you'd have a few more guys still up here. Avalon not doing any medical work on Vivs there, and instead might come on foot with the handgun. We'll see what he's capable of doing. Nope, he's spotted by Clemen. But no definite winner is seen there. I'm just waiting at this point. Avalon coming up in the open. Clemens spots him, gets a shot on him, gets a second shot, third shot. Avalon returning fire with his Beretta. He's crippled in the open. They try to put a GL on him, and now he's going to crawl away. And you got Takira and Serrano came around. Shadow catches them out, though. Knocks out Takira, gets some shots on Soroka, excuse me. Great grenade throw by Shadow. Avalon get behind a tree to do bandaging. I can't believe this. Avalon gets blown up by a GL. And the 6EME guys are still in the fight here. What has this been, man? I love how Shadow Spark's talking about the LMG being effective. He doesn't know yet. 5-minute delay's a bitch. So Soroka trying to bandage himself. 6EME, I don't think I have any explosive satchels to even deal with this thing. You know, these choppers can be up there for a while. Because those side things, I believe, are fuel tanks, but they might just be for buoyancy. I forget, in all honesty. There's just been way too much that's happened. So now we have HQ elements driving off into the sunset. Except Flip for Flaps decided to stay there with the MG. And now OPFOR is starting to divide its forces a bit. I don't think Blue 4 is going to be able to clutch this, but what has this planning been? Where are they going? Just out to the town? So granted, this is actually a pretty cool slum they've got over here. Then some developed areas, because apparently this map took a bunch of satellite images and upscaled them into maps. So the roads are all accurate, for example. The building's not 100% accurate because it's hard to do something like that. But yeah, they're just driving into town, I guess. I don't know what else to say about it, man. So realistically, if 6EME detonates this tower and gets a VIP kill, they could tie. But that's if they keep more than 5 guys alive, and they're 1 guy away from losing that factor. So I think OPFOR knows that they need to send 1 VIP away, which is why they've done that, just as a security reason. I got some fire going up on this helicopter. Ooh, we did see some impacts, though. Just heard another impact. No, only superficial damage, though. If Blue 4 wins this, I don't know what I'm gonna say. Here, while Blue 4 repositions, let's actually look at parts of this map here. I think this map is fully finished. It's got some big open areas here, though, that it could touch up if it wanted to, but otherwise, it's a pretty well-developed map, in my opinion. Especially considering something for, like, satellite footage. It's got some nice little islands built up over here. Well, this is pretty good. Whoever made this definitely knew what they were doing. Got some nice unmarked military bases as well. Yeah, I'd definitely love to see this in the next TSB rotation. Yeah, these guys are literally just driving around for the sake of driving around. I have a little offshore wind farm right here with a little built-up position. That's cute. Hey, even some small little details. Ooh, a nice star fort. That's nice. That's actually good, because I've been looking for a star fort. Ooh. Neat. I'll get back to you guys on that. Especially with some of this coastal stuff. Yeah, no, there's a few things I can do with this. Cool. And we have this major airport over here as well, which looks to be under construction. Also neat. Alright, back to the action. So, yep, they're putting a vehicle right here. They're going to detonate the vehicle, and then with the vehicle explosion, that should theoretically take the tower out. Though not all vehicles cause a massive cook-off explosion, but this is a vanilla vehicle from the Contact DLC, so realistically it should work. Why are they saluting? Oh, please tell me the chopper's not going to ram into it. They might bring this vehicle around as well. And they might try some sort of chain reaction cook-off. I'm not sure if that vehicle explodes when it's destroyed, though. I think it only turns into a fireball. Shadow Spark, I didn't know. Yeah, buddy, it's okay. I didn't know either. Good old LMG plays. So the best way to det this Vic is to put some GLs on the engine to the front. And I think that's what they're going to have done. They could also check bodies and potentially find some sort of explosive to use. And they're pulling light security here. Did they... what? They took a boat. So there was a boat here. Are they gonna go out to the wind farm? Yeah, clearly they don't want to come back. But... I mean, realistically, if OPFOR has that VIP... well, no, they only get the 2 points if the VIP stays in the facility, though. So they're just denying Blue 4 the ability to get 2 points. I think Mission Maker did an oopsie, because I think that's set to invincible, because it survived a chopper kamikaze, it survived 2 vehicles blowing up on it. I think it's set to invulnerable. Because everything I've seen done to it, even these random lightning strikes on a clear sunny day, which, what the fuck? Did that just... Did... Well, the tower's dead, but 6 EME just got... What? What? Folks, I am, I'm drinking a 750 milliliter bottle of Merryweather Cider Straw and Arm Semi-Sweet sent to me courtesy of Captain Contractor, and it looks like they're calling it. And the chopper just decided to kamikaze. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, guys. So Paw Patrol is in 3 hours. I'm gonna take a break. I'll come back in an hour, and I will, we'll do some, pay-for-pain, developments on the AO. We're working on a custom list, but I need to go, I need to go sit down and process what the fuck just happened. So thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and hopefully I'll see you in a few hours.